Hi all, this is Dr. J streaming live from Long Island, New York, where it's a pretty nice morning, a little crisp but beautiful out. I think I will take to the outdoors today to clear my head. Didn't get too much sleep. I certainly didn't get quality sleep last night. Concerned about Geron's price per share come morning. And I guess I had legitimate concerns because the continuation decision by Janssen, J&J, was to walk, not to continue the trials of MDS and MF for Imetelstat for Geron. So where does that leave Geron now? Well, I listened to the conference call as carefully as I could this morning, and I came away with a few things. For one thing, I think the personality of Dr. Scarlet is to be a little understated and extremely cautious. So even though he didn't inspire the shareholders too much with his conference call, I got a more or less positive feeling from it. I do think MDS is going to be a winner for Geron down the road. It might take a couple of years, but I think they will ultimately get a phase 3 trial going and gain FDA approval, say 2020. So a couple of years down the road, I think there's an excellent shot MDS gets approved. As far as MF, I couldn't quite grasp what he was saying totally. He was talking about medium outstanding survival being an improvement over no treatment after one leaves the JAK inhibitors. So I'm not quite sure what kind of improvement, 14 months versus X months, 2 years maybe, whatever. That might be significant, but is it alone significant enough for MF trial and for MF approval? I don't know. Also, I think he said, and I'm not 100% sure, that there were no CRs and PRs in the MF trial. I thought I heard him say that. I know in the Mayo Clinic trial, there were 3 or 4 CRs and PRs each in a much smaller population. So that really shocks me. I don't understand why, unless the population changed, unless there was something distinctly different with this population with respect to constraints for the trial. I don't know. I wasn't under the impression that there was. So how there could be 3 or 4 CRs and none with a larger population, it leaves me scratching my head. In any event, the data is what the data is, and we still don't know what it is completely because Dr. Scarlet was kind of sworn to secrecy prior to the ASH abstracts being released. And that's not coming for another, I don't know, November, I think. The early December is ASH, so it must be about a month ahead. So we have some waiting to do on that. In terms of what to do with respect to holding the stock, selling the stock, buying the stock, I told everyone you have to have a plan and initiate your plan. And I had a plan that either way, win, lose, or draw on the continuation decision, I was going to sell a small portion of my Gerons and redistribute it elsewhere, which is what I did. I only sold 5% of my Geron shares, and we'll reevaluate with time whether I want to add them back, sell some more, add to, redistribute. I'm very high in some of my other biotechs, so I don't have to live with and die with Geron. although I still am of the opinion that there is prospects for Imetelstat and telomerase inhibitors. So that's basically my take. My take is right now I am holding and praying that somewhere down the road, Dr. Scarlet comes through with another partner. He did talk about an ex-USA partner. I guess that means not in the USA, maybe Japan, maybe China, maybe European Union, where the regulatory environment is better than the United States. The FDA regulatory environment is very tough. You never know with approvals or non-approvals of drugs, despite the former President Obama and Vice President Biden's war against cancer. I'm not sure that that translated into more liberal approvals by the FDA. In any event, going forward, I will be keeping track of Geron. I will be looking at their charts. I did not look at the chart going back a ways when it was in the twos, when it was in the ones. I need a little time to digest this information. I just wanted to share what I've done. And some of you actually were concerned about Dr. J, who was taking it pretty much on the chin last night. It wasn't my best evening because I felt very negative. And unfortunately, my negative feelings bore fruit in the morning. Even a box of Malamars and a glass of milk wasn't soothing enough. In any event, my theme is down, but not out. And I hope none of you got hurt too badly. Hopefully you were playing with discretionary monies as I was, although discretionary, significant. So I think it's not so much the money with me, but I really wanted to see this one through. I really was hoping Imetelstat would be one of the answers to the cure for cancer, and I still think it might be. And I have to admit that I might have had a little bit of my ego tied up with this call, and that's not a good thing. All right, so this is Dr. J for now. I will come back later with the market wrap, saying sayonara, shalom, goodbye, ciao. Nice chatting to you. See you all later from Eastern Long Island, New York. Bye.